It is the heartbeat of chili, the soul of tacos, and the secret behind your favorite barbecue rub.
But before this spice reaches your kitchen cabinet, it starts life here, in the scorching heat of the American Southwest.
This isn't just gardening, this is high-tech, industrial-scale spice farming.
It takes precision engineering and strict safety standards to turn a tiny seed into a global commodity. Today, we are going inside the farm and the factory to see exactly how cumin is made. While India dominates global production, the arid regions of the American Southwest offer the perfect climate for specialized spice farming.
Cumin is a desert plant. It hates humidity and demands long, hot days to develop its essential oils.
In the US, cumin consumption has skyrocketed, becoming a staple in Tex-Mex cuisine and grilling. The seed itself is actually the dried fruit of the Cuminum cyminum plant, a member of the parsley family.
You can see the family resemblance in the leaves, but we are here for the seeds.
The journey begins in late autumn or early winter, when the soil temperature is just right. GPS-guided tractors plant the seeds in perfect rows to maximize acreage and water efficiency.
The seeds are planted shallow, just a few centimeters deep, so they don't suffocate. Since this is a desert, water is supplied artificially. Center pivot irrigation provides a gentle, simulated rain.
Within 2 weeks, the barren field turns into a carpet of delicate green threads.
For the next 3 to 4 months, the plants grow rapidly under the winter sun.
Modern farming relies on data. Soil sensors tell the farmer exactly when the crop is thirsty.
Too much water causes root rot. Too little stunts the growth. It's a delicate balance.
By mid-spring, the field blooms. Thousands of tiny white or pink flowers appear on each plant.
Pollination is key. Whether by wind or local insects, the flowers must be fertilized to produce seeds.
As the heat intensifies, the flowers drop, leaving behind the green fruit, the future cumin seeds.
As summer approaches, the irrigation is cut off. The plants need to dry out completely. This drying phase concentrates the flavor compounds, specifically an oil called cuminaldehyde.
When the seeds snap instead of bending, they are ready for harvest.
Unlike traditional farming, which relies on hand pulling, U.S. operations use massive combines.
The header cuts the plant at the base, feeding the entire bush into the machine.
Inside, a threshing drum beats the plant to separate the seeds from the brittle stalks.
Fans blow the light straw and dust out the back, returning organic matter to the soil. The heavier seeds are collected in the tank and offloaded into transport trucks.
The truck heads straight to the processing facility. Time is money in the spice trade.
We now move from the farm to the factory, where hygiene becomes the #1 priority.
At the intake bay, the raw cumin is dumped into underground pits. Before processing, a sample is rushed to the lab to check for moisture and quality.
Bucket elevators carry the dirty seeds to the top floor of the cleaning tower. The first step is scalping. Large screens vibrate to remove big sticks, rocks, and field debris. Everything larger than a cumin seed is rejected immediately. Then, air aspirators suck away the light dust and empty seed husks. The batch is cleaner,
but it still contains small stones that are the same size as the seeds. This is a destoner. It uses density to separate heavy rocks from lighter seeds. The seeds float on a cushion of air and flow down, while heavy stones vibrate uphill.
It removes thousands of tiny stones that would otherwise crack a tooth.
Next, the flow passes over rare earth magnets to catch any ferrous metal from the farm machinery. Gravity separators help sort the seeds by weight, keeping only the plump, oil-rich ones. High-speed cameras scan every individual seed. If it sees a black, discolored, or foreign seed, it fires.
This ensures 99.9% purity, a requirement for the American market.
Food safety is critical. The seeds enter a continuous steam sterilization unit.
They are blasted with high-pressure steam for a specific time, just enough to kill pathogens like salmonella.
The key is to sanitize without cooking the seed or losing the volatile oils.
Immediately, the seeds are dried and cooled back to room temperature. Moisture is strictly controlled to prevent mold growth during storage. Some seeds are packed whole for bakeries and spice blends.
Whole cumin is often toasted before use to release a nutty aroma.
But the majority of American consumers prefer their cumin ready ground.
We move to the milling department. Here, the seeds will be pulverized into powder.
Standard grinding creates friction, and friction creates heat. Heat kills flavor, so this factory uses a cryogenic grinding process.
Liquid nitrogen cools the grinding chamber to extremely low temperatures. The cold makes the seeds brittle, allowing them to shatter easily without losing their essential oils.
The result is a fine, consistent powder that retains the full aromatic punch of the raw seed.
The powder passes through a fine mesh to ensure there are no coarse grits.
Once again, magnets check the powder for safety.
Quality control tests the powder for volatile oil content, the measure of its potency.
The color is checked against a standard. It should be a rich, warm brown.
The finished powder is held in airtight silos, awaiting packaging. The final stage is the high-speed packaging line.
Thousands of empty bottles are unscrambled and lined up for filling.
An auger filler drops the exact weight of cumin into each jar. Vacuum hoods capture any airborne dust to keep the station clean.
This freshness seal is vital. It keeps oxygen out and aroma in.
An induction sealer melts a foil liner onto the rim of the bottle.
High-speed rollers apply the brand label and the nutrition facts.
A laser etches the batch code and expiration date onto the package.
This checks for glass, plastic, or metal fragments inside the sealed bottle. Robotic case packers load the bottles into shipping cartons.
The cartons are sealed and stacked on pallets.
The pallets are wrapped tight for stability during transport.
From here, they go to the distribution center.
This warehouse holds tons of spice, ready to be shipped across the country.
Trucks arrive daily to distribute the product to supermarkets and restaurants.
Not all cumin goes into jars. Some goes into small packets for taco kits.
Vertical form-fill seal machines create these convenient single-use packets.
It's a rhythmic, continuous process, producing hundreds of packs a minute.
Cumin is also a key ingredient in blends like chili powder and taco seasoning.
In the mixing room, cumin is blended with chili, oregano, and garlic. Industrial ribbon blenders ensure a perfectly consistent mix in every batch.
Sensory experts taste test the final blends to ensure the flavor profile is correct.
This facility runs 24 hours a day during the peak season.
Maintenance teams work tirelessly to keep the complex machinery running smoothly. Worker safety and food safety go hand in hand. Strict protocols ensure that nothing contaminates the spice. The spice is now on the road, heading to a grocery store near you.
Traceability is crucial. We can trace every bottle back to the specific farm field.
Not all cumin is the same. Different grades are sorted for different markets.
The largest, boldest seeds are sold whole. The smaller ones are sent to the grinder.
Organic cumin requires even stricter separation to ensure no chemical exposure.
Dedicated lines process organic spices to maintain certification.
Steam distillation extracts the pure oil, which is incredibly potent. Just a few drops of this oil can flavor hundreds of pounds of processed food.
Back on the main line, the speed never slows down. Export containers are loaded for international markets.
Sealed and documented, the spice begins its journey around the world. As the sun sets, the night shift crew arrives to take over. The demand for spices never sleeps. It is a relentless machine of agriculture and industry. The lab is the brain of the operation, ensuring consistency year after year.
Microbiological testing takes days, so stock is held until the results are clear. Only then is the product released for sale. Sometimes, the old ways are best. Tasting the product is still essential.
They look for that characteristic earthy, warm, and slightly bitter profile.
The final destination is the grocery store aisle.
Amidst the hundreds of options, cumin remains a top seller.
It is essential for Mexican, Indian, and Middle Eastern cuisines.
And now, it's heading to your home.
Back in the kitchen, the preparation begins.
To get the most out of cumin, it helps to bloom it in hot oil.
This releases the essential oils we worked so hard to preserve.
Or the powder can be used as a finishing touch.
It gives that unmistakable depth to a bowl of chili.
It adds warmth to cool dishes like hummus and yogurt.
From the desert soil to the high-tech sorters, and finally, to your plate.
It supports the livelihoods of farmers and factory workers alike. It all starts with the land.
And the careful management of resources.
Harnessing the power of the sun. The power of modern machinery.
All coming together in this little glass bottle.
Ready for your next family dinner.
That is the story of cumin.
Next time you cook a taco night or a curry, take a moment to appreciate the science behind the spice.
Agriculture is a blend of nature and technology, and cumin is a perfect example.
Feeding the world requires massive scale and incredible attention to detail.
But cumin is just one jar on the spice rack. There are many more stories to tell.
Have you ever wondered how peppers become paprika?
Or how green berries turn into black pepper?
Let us know in the comments which spice factory we should visit next.
If you enjoyed this look inside the industry, please hit the like button and subscribe.